Hello and welcome to this video on what is in my opinion the best run and gun 4K camera setup in the world at the moment. This is very much just based on my personal opinion and what I've found, so if you disagree with me then feel free to leave it in the comments. I'd be interested to see what you guys have to say. The whole setup is based around three cameras: the Sony a7S, the DJI Mavic Pro and the GoPro Hero 5 Session. All three of these cameras are capable of recording at a resolution of 4K. And each camera has its own specialties. For example, the Mavic Pro is perfect for capturing aerial photography and videography. The a7S is a perfect main camera with a full frame image that looks absolutely stunning. And the GoPro is an ideal camera for anything action related. And the beauty of this entire setup is that I can fit the entire thing into my rucksack and take it with me wherever I go. I filmed the rest of this video on my a7S, so I just got a couple of videos of it in my rucksack on my phone so you could see. My lens of choice is the Canon 24-70 f4. It's an absolutely stunning lens and it lives on my camera. I find that it covers the focal range that I like to use about 90% of the time, and when I want to go for something else I'll just bring a prime lens or something with me. The Mavic Pro fits nicely into this side slot here in the rucksack. It's amazing that it can fold up so small and that I'm able to take a drone with me wherever I go. About 5 years ago, this kind of technology didn't even exist. I also carry a few spare propellers with me wherever I go, just in case there's any accidents, as well as the controller, which folds up really nicely and fits into the other side of my rucksack here. Just like the Mavic, the controller folds down to a really small size, which makes it a lot more portable. Then in the bottom of the bag, just chucked away, I have my GoPro. It's really small, so it can go pretty much anywhere, but this thing's absolutely fantastic. I don't use it as much as I'd like to, but it's always really handy to have a camera that's quite disposable and you know that's not going to get trashed if you drop it. I always have a small pouch on me with 4 extra A7S batteries in it because filming 4K will drain your battery quite fast. And then in this small aluminium case I have all of my SD cards and micro SD cards. I also always like to carry a small multi-tool like this with the screwdrivers and Allen keys on it. The Allen keys are really useful for adjusting the camera case that I put the A7S in, and the screwdrivers themselves come in really useful all the time for attaching base plates to cameras. As well as those, I carry a load of spare 9V and AA batteries just because they're really handy to have. A few pieces of my kit run on them and it's always horrible to run out when you need them the most. And then there's the secret weapon of my camera setup, which is the Atomos Ninja Flame. This is a 4K recorder that allows the a7S to record 4K. The a7S can't actually record 4K on its own to an SD card, but it can output a 4K signal. So the Ninja Flame allows me to record that onto these two solid state drives. Each one is a 256GB hard drive, which allows me lots and lots of media to store my 4K footage onto. The recorder runs on these really chunky MPF batteries. These are the two that I keep in my bag, and I have a few smaller spare ones as well. And then this is a ball head mount. This is what I use to attach the monitor to the top of my camera. It's really good because it allows me to change the angle of the monitor so I can see it from wherever I'm standing. By using this monitor, as well as recording in 4K, I can also record to a much less compressed file format. This means that I send a lot more data from the camera to the hard drive per second, which means that the image quality is much improved. The recording format that I use is ProRes HQ because it's a really low compression format. In this little pouch I keep a few extra bits like my camera filters. This is a polarizing filter. It's really good for filming water or filming anything that has a reflection because you can twist it and control how much the camera can see through the reflection. Then I have my ND filter. This is essentially sunglasses for the camera and it's really essential for filming outside because you can choose how dark or bright the light is that's coming into the camera. And these are actually ND filters for the Mavic Pro. This just allows me to control the exposure a bit better when I'm flying my drone. This is the HDMI cable and adapter that goes between my camera and the Ninja Flame. It's just HDMI to micro HDMI. And all these things combined together make a really solid 4K run and gun camera setup. You also need things like a tripod, a slider and some audio gear, but as far as visuals, this will pretty much get you anywhere. I hope you guys found this video useful. Thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you soon.